first of all, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. What we know is what we're telling everybody is it could be bad overnight, and you have to have a way to get sort of alerted during the overnight. And that's where we leave it. I'm going to talk more about the specifics of what times that we think it may impact certain areas coming up, what strength these storms could have as they move through. This is, let's begin with the timeline. This is the Wave Weather app. Again, a great tool to have. So it's one of several that you should have in the case of severe weather. Download it. It's free. Turn the alerts on. Make sure you are able to get the alerts as they move through overnight tonight. Our best chance for storms in Louisville overnight after midnight. Temperatures are going to be in the 60s. Very warm, very humid atmosphere, lots of moisture. We've got a strong wind field over top of us. So you have to have a few things. First of all, we mentioned the Wave Weather app. We also mentioned a NOAA Weather Radio. That's the first line of defense. I think everybody should have a NOAA Weather Radio. It's sort of like a smoke detector for the home, but for storms. To charge your devices, if the power goes out, you'll be hosed. So make sure you have a way to charge those up beforehand. And don't count on those outdoor sirens to alert you inside. They're meant for outdoor use only. So keep that in mind. Our timeline looks like this. Southern Indiana, these storms will impact you first after 9 o'clock tonight. I-64 corridor, that includes Louisville, after midnight. Areas closer to the parkways after, I'd say, 4 o'clock in the morning. You'll notice we're in the enhanced risk area. And if you take a deeper view of that, you'll see that it's hatched. Anytime we see the hatch marks on any of the outlooks by the Storm Prediction Center, for instance, in the tornado hatch, it just simply means that it's a more significant outlook. It means that within 25 miles of a point in that hatched area, I know this is getting complicated, but within 25 miles of a particular point, there's a 10% chance of seeing a significant tornado. Significance anything above an EF2. So when we look at these storms on the enhanced Fujita scale, you'll notice that EF0, it can cause a few power outages. Damage can occur to siding, gutters, maybe a broken limb. EF1, it gets a little more substantial. EF2, now we're talking winds over 100 miles an hour. You start to get up into the EF3s, the 4s, the 5s. Those are some massive tornadoes. So the idea is we could have a few strong, isolated tornadoes with the setup that we have overnight. Yet again, another reason you have to be able to get the warnings and the alerts. Doesn't mean we're for sure going to have it. It just means that it could happen overnight tonight. Temperatures are in the 60s. We're nowhere as warm as we were yesterday. I'm about 10 degrees off. In fact, yesterday was a record breaker, but we're still way above average. And that's not just here. That includes all of us. It's warmer toward Owensboro, Evansville, Jasper, Bedford's at 70. We're not far behind. We were 69 the last hour, 68 now. Again, mostly cloudy skies. The only limiting factor that we have is a little bit of lower instability across the area. We haven't seen much sunshine today. That's helping somewhat, but we don't have to have that when we have the strong wind energy that we have moving in. You'll already notice we have a tornado watch northern Illinois that includes Chicago, part of the same system. As this area of low pressure moves farther to the north, that line of storms will be drifting farther to the south. It's going to drag the cold front through here. That's why our storms begin in southern Indiana, 9 to 2, along southern Indiana near the river in the I-64 corridor between midnight and 5, and closer to the parkways between 4 and 8. And then behind that system, it's windy and colder. A 68-degree temperature now. We'll go down at 69 for the high. Again, well above average and not too far from the record today. Those storms later on tonight. We're going to be here all night. We have a number of ways we're going to be communicating with you all night, from the Wave Weather app to our 24/7 digital stream, Wave Weather Now, to right here on TV. We're going to be in all of those places all night long. 39 for our temperature tomorrow afternoon, going down. It's a nosedive. We're going to dry it out for Thursday. We'll go 48 for the high. We push back into the 50s on Friday, a few scattered showers. And notice the weekend. We're back into the 60s and 70s. And then next week, a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, but nothing quite as powerful as what we're seeing move our way later on tonight. And, you know, we've had this in focus, or at least in our sights, for over a week now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we've just been watching it. So we'll see how it plays out. We've got a plan to be here all night.
It's not even March yet.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. Thanks so much, Kevin. We'll be right back.